Hi everyone. I'm really sorry for this glitch. Right, I started the stream, but I forgot to plug my charger in, so that's why my system got just Windows things. Right, I'm really sorry for that. Hi Tejas. Hi everyone. So this is the welcome to the day 12 of the 100 days. Hi Navid. Welcome to the day 12 of the 100 days of cloud. This is Lakshit Pant from Azure Developer Community, and again we have been doing this for 12 days now. We have been driving this for 12 days now. Hi Aksha. Hi Praveen. And today so far we have covered a couple of topics where we have discussed. So if someone who is joining new, I'll suggest you to go to from the day one start this series. It's not like you have to see all the live stream. Just go to the blogs that I have written. You can just refer other resources that I have given there. They are like more than enough for you to just get started, right? These are pretty much simple layman written blogs that I've tried to keep it them very simple, very generic for any type of audience. So if you are very new to this cloud stuff, it's going to be very easy for you to learn and explore the cloud technologies for next couple of days, right? So first, explore the day one, try out your credits. Second day, it's all about Azure. So if I'll just open the maybe curriculum, the first day was all about the credit. Second day we have explored what our resource group, what is the subscription is all about, what are the resources and everything, right? This was the second day was all about, no, so I'm sorry, budgets and cost management. This was the third day when we discussed about resource groups, subscriptions and everything. Day 4 we have discussed about Azure Intra ID. Earlier we used to call it Active Directory, and then there is something on role-based access controls like RBAC roles that we call it, by which one could assign roles, decline roles. So there can be a number of things that an organization can do in any kind of for any kind of project they are doing, right? Then on the day from day 5th to 7th we have explored the virtual machine segment, right, where we explored different ways to deploy a virtual machine through through Azure portal. It's very easy, but it's very easy to deploy virtual machine portal, but it takes time. Again, through PowerShell it's very easy, but again these are commands. You do not need to remember these commands. It's like you can just explore some couple of commands like get help, examples and verbose and all these things, and you are pretty much sorted, right? Then on the day 7th we have discussed a little bit about Azure virtual machine using PowerShell, maybe the cloud shell, right? That's what pretty much we have discussed. And the next day we have done on the day 7th only, we have done the recap stuff where we have where we have summed up, right? So if someone is starting very new, maybe the day 7th link could be it can be like a gem for you all, right? It sums up every session that I did on the day on the till day 6th. So either you can watch all those sessions or you can just watch day 7th and you are all set for just watch day 7th and just go through the blogs. You are all set for everything, right? And then we have this day 8 when we discussed about how to lock resources, what are the Azure policies and whatnot, right? How to enhance the governance part, how to set up the policies and why these policies are even required in an industry, right? And then we have explored about the network security groups like these NSGs, what are these NSGs all about, right? uh, Maybe. And then we came to the day 10 where yesterday where we have discussed about yesterday that was pretty much about uh, day 10 was pretty much about the that we have discussed on the day 10. It was pretty much about the Azure virtual networks, how you set up the peerings and everything, right? So on the day 10, I thought I have given you the links to explore the maybe the subnet, virtual network, DNS, what is subnet masking, what is routing, and all these networking constraints that we see in the industry, right? So on the and yesterday we have discussed about the how to set up a peering, right? How to do peering stuff, like how one virtual machine can connect to the other virtual machine. This is what we have discussed. Now the today's topic is pretty much I'll say it's not kind of advanced, but it's like something which as a student you would never require, right? As a student it's not required, but if you are working for any particular organization, this is like a must thing that one follows or whatnot, right? So we call it as a Azure point to site connectivity. So today we will explore Azure point to site connectivity. Tomorrow we'll explore site to site connectivity. And what is the difference between both of them? See, site to site, which we'll discuss tomorrow, it's all about uh, I'll come to that question very soon, right? I'll take the question at the last. So when we talk about site to site connectivity is pretty much when we discuss about maybe on premise to Azure. So we have some data available on our we have mainframe right? We have mainframe computers where we have this data center, and some part of data is already hosted in this particular on-premise data server. Then to in order to scale our systems, maybe like the banks are trying to move to cloud a little bit, and there are some other companies who are just like other companies like that, which used to rule at that time through on premise, but now they are just not able to cope it up because they are not able to scale, right? Because on premise is very expensive. It's extremely expensive to work something on premise, right? It's like you get additional costs of security, electricity, and there are some operational costs are there, management costs are there. So there are a couple of things, right? So that's why people have moved out to cloud. So when we discussed about, see how this transition happens, right? It's not something that happens overnight. It's like a years process, right? That happens and one adopts, right? It's not like something happens overnight and one just can directly connect to or deploy something on cloud on single day. It's like we are talking about the entire organization data that have logs, that have data, that have all the maybe the everything, right? And what's not in an organization in simple and now fresh startup, there are a couple of things: website, APIs, routes, and there are a couple of things to manage, right? You can't write our entire website code in just one day. Same thing, right? So in order to connect both stuff, right, in order to connect our on-premise to Azure, we talk about site to site, right? But from point to site is something where there is one server, it can be cloud, and we are trying this VPN. What we are trying is we are trying to maybe explore our, or maybe connect, I'll say, I connect is the better word I will say, right? We are just trying to explore maybe or connect these point to site things, or maybe when I say point to site, it's like a gateway that helps us to build a secure connection between your virtual network that is on cloud to individual client's computer. Now, you must have seen, you go to any particular organization, you get your particular system, right? आपको अपना सिस्टम मिलता है, you get your particular laptop to work upon, or you get your keys, right? You get your particular keys, you get your particular certificate, licenses by, or maybe VPN. You must have heard about this virtual peering network like VPN. You must have heard about it, right? So you get your VPN by which, by through multi-factor authentication, you can always connect to those you are doing work from home. Maybe you are maybe logging in from some other offices, your data center, your office data center is in US, and you are logging in from India, or you are doing work from home. So in those places, this point to site comes in play. Now the best part, there are some very fishy things about the point to site. I'll quickly show it to you. There are definitely different ways, but if you will see, if you'll ask this question up to chat GPT, like what is point to site, see what it asks, what it tells you. It never able to say, see why we point to site. Tell me about the point to site and give me a real time scenario. If you ask this question, it will give you site to site but not point to site. So this is the problem, right? How you can just get the access and Azure, like I have, there is, for according to this, there is nothing like point to site because this is outdated. So that's a simple problem that chat gpt has while learning point to site, right? And there are a couple of other, I'll share with you. So if you will see, this I'm not saying this someone has written this article, they have given their precious time out of it to write this article. But the problem with this article is, if you will see, you can create, I'll tell you how to create all this stuff. I'll create you how to create a virtual network. See, tell you here they are creating the virtual network. Here they, in just one step, this guy has created the virtual network gateway. It takes roughly around 45 minutes to create a virtual network gateway. No, I'm not talking about the processes. Processes was just one, two, three clicks, right? But I'm talking about the maybe the time it takes to deployment. But yeah, one couldn't show in a blog, right? But the problem is there is no kind of, you need these commands, right? You would require these commands. I've already written these commands here. So because Michael is the one whose content we are following. So he has given a very decent article where he has given all these commands. So we have to set up a generate a root certificate, we have to generate a client certificate, right? There are a couple of processes, like how to get to this way. Where is the certificate manager, how you can get to the certificate manager, right? There is no way written here by which you can get to certificate manager, right? So this is the problem with some of the article that I found. These, they are already present in the internet, but again, it's like it's like it won't cover everything, right? They are not covering everything. So what we will do, And this maybe this art in this today's series, I'll try to quickly cover most of it. What are the things that you need to follow, what are the places and everything. And there is one, just one thing, so maybe it takes while, because if I'll make a virtual VPN gateway right now, it will take 45 minutes to deploy it, right, to make a virtual VPN gateway. So I'll tell you how to make a virtual VPN gateway, then we will generate these certificates and everything tomorrow, right? I'll tell you how to make a I'll tell you how to generate a certificate and everything, but we'll do it on hands on tomorrow. I'll share it with you. So let me just quickly present my entire screen. Stop screen. I'll present my entire screen. Right. So if you will see this. Let me just quickly sign in. So for this, what we need to make is, first of all, we should have a virtual machine. Then we should have a virtual network. These are the two things that we should have, right? So let's see, if I already have a virtual machine, I not need to create a new one. So okay, I don't have a virtual machine. I'll quickly, right. It's very easy. How I can create a virtual machine? I'll go to this. I'll go to this option. Yeah. New resource group. Do I have a resource group? Right. I have a resource group, right? Then I'll name it this virtual machine. Uh, okay. Okay, West 2, non-West 2. I'll deploy this in Central India, right? Let's see, this is Central India. I'll drop it in Central India. Availability zone is fine. This is fine. Let's quickly jump off to that. I'll set up this SSH key password, right? As your user. Just give me 1 second. Why my camera is not working? I hope you are able to see me. Can you see me, guys? Wow, now it's working now. So what I will do, I just forgot the password. What is this? Okay, so I have set it up the password. See, there is one more thing. Either you can just get a SSH public key, which is highly preferred in some cases, but I, because when you are making the VM for your starter, when you are making a VM for your daily cases, right? For learning purpose, it's fine. You can go with the password thing, but it is recommended to go with SSH public key, because it is. But the only problem with SSH public key is, if you lose your SSH public key, you can't enter into your VM. There is no way by which you can enter into VM, right? So it happens. It is like a mess that which has been that we get there. So let's quickly create this virtual machine. Then we will go to I'll click on create. Right, then what we'll do is, we will quickly go to the, yeah, this deployment is in process. Till then, let me just explain you some couple of stuffs which I have written, and I found them that you should know these terms before starting the hands-on thing, right? So these are couple of things. Let me just, till then this deployment is happening, I'll tell you some couple of stuff. So the traditional example of, this is the example that I believe is the very relatable one. So might have seen SSL VPN client from vendors such as Cisco, Fortinet, where apne, if you have any kind of working friend or working guy, they they get maybe kind of pen drive sometimes, or they log in through they get a VPN code sometimes. So there are different ways by which they log in, right? Using Fortinet, using Cisco, like using teleport. There are multiple other ways by which one client can log in. Like you might have seen your friend or your seniors or someone logging in their from, if they want to log in to their office from their personal computer, they have to set up a VPN client first, right? Then what is this why direct connection is that there it's like it's already available on internet, you just have to download the certificates. It's more from a certificate perspective. But see, this point to site VPN connection, when we talk about point to site VPN connection, we have to, it goes through multiple protocols, or it uses different protocols. One is, and what is protocol, by the way? Protocols, it's something like a rule book that has been written. You can understand it like this key. See, we have different protocols, like we have HTTP, we have HTTPS, we have SMTP protocol, we have UDP protocol, TCP protocol. What happens there, right? If we talk about HTTP, it is just sending the data. There is no certificate, secure certificate attached to it, right? When we talk about SMTP, when you are sending Gmails, when you are sending emails to anyone for emailing purpose, you use SMTP protocol, right? Simple messaging text protocol. That's the full form of SMTP protocol. Then what we use for, if for, suppose if you are texting someone on WhatsApp, right? You use, for the texting purpose, you use TCP protocol, TCP/IP protocol, right? Then when we talk about video calling, or maybe when you talk about video calling, like we are connected right now through, in this live session, we are here in this live session, right? What is this connection? This is a UDP protocol. This live session is running through the UDP protocol. So suppose, understand like this, if my internet connection is mesh, right? If it gets blurred, right, you will see a blur screen. So what's the function of UDP protocol? टीसीपी इट, मतलब टीसीपी में ये होता है कि अगर आपने हेलो हाउ आर यू भेजा है, तो हेलो हाउ आर यू पूरा का पूरा मैसेज डिलीवर होगा. इट विल डिलीवर द एंटायर हेलो हाउ आर यू मैसेज. बट इन यूडीपी it makes sure that connection is established, doesn't matter if data is being shared or not, or 100 there is some loss or not, but डजेंट मैटर कि वहां पे डेटा कुछ बच शेयर किस तरीके से हो रहा है, क्या कुछ डेटा लॉस हो रहा है, यूडीपी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता. इट विल मेक श्योर कि कनेक्शन बना रहे. तो आपने होगा रिकनेक्टिंग, जब आप बहुत सारे वीडियो कॉल करते हो किसी को भी, अगर किसी एक का इंटरनेट, इफ समवन इंटरनेट इज अ मेस, they won't be able to maybe see your face, or the screen gets blurred, right? The entire pixels are not shared. Why? Because that is connected over a UDP protocol. So then again, when we talk about VPN things, there are certain protocol which are defined, right? Why we use this protocol? So that everything shouldn't be a mess. अगर हम सारी एक प्रोटोकॉल से एक रूल बुक से भेजने लग जाएंगे, right? If we will try to send everything from one portal, the data will clutter. We will get a data loss. We will face the data loss. We will face the data exchange, data theft, and multiple things will be introduced. So that's why there is this rule book. And see, everything that these protocols, everything, this is managed by Internet Society. By the way, if you don't know this, there is something called Internet Society. This is an organization which manages the entire internet of global. Matlab, this is the global. This is like a global, maybe the entity that manages the entire internet of the world, right? This is the Internet Society. You can just explore this Internet Society here, right? There are some good fellowships that Internet Society provides. I'm one of the fellow there. So you can always try with Internet Society. It's a good thing to explore, by the way, right? If you are in your college, right? So what I where I was talking about this point, like different network protocols, while we talk about point to site network VPN connection, right? So the first one is this Open VPN. Now what this does is, this is first of all SSL and TLS based. Secure certificate, everything is present there, right? Secure shell. What is SSL? It is, again, this is a secure shell based certificate. You get a maybe the certificate assigned like HTTPS, right? Secure shell one, right? Can be used on Windows, Android, iOS. It can be used on anyone. Then there is SSTP, secure socket tunneling protocol. It is only used for Windows. Then we have this IKE version 2 VPN. One can only use in macOS, and this is just for macOS connections, right? So someone, a organization which only works on Mac, that only provides Mac to their maybe what we call it, to their maybe their employees, right? They just work upon this one. One who works on maybe ThinkPad or maybe any kind of Windows device, they work on secure SSTP. They work on SSTP. We rarely use this because this is kind of cluttered. Those who do not get, because again, this is a paid, right? You have to pay for something, like this is the entire connection, right? So if you want to use this, if one can't afford this, so one goes with OpenVPN. Right now, okay, tell, yeah, this is, these are the particular things that I was just wanted to explore. Now let's go to the let's go to the virtual machine, right? And let's go to the virtual network first. Virtual networks, because we have to set up the network connection between our our maybe the client to our maybe the organization leader, the virtual machine administrator, to our colleague. So this new intern who has joined new, we have to connect them, we have to give access to this new intern so that he can log in from his system, right? So all you do is you just go to your virtual network. Yeah, there is one image, right? Just give me 1 second. There was this image that I just wanted to show it to you. Let me see where, if I have these right now. Just give me a second. I'm quickly exploring if I have these images with me or not. I'll show it to you right away. Yeah, it's here. These are here. Okay, perfect. This sounds like a good thing. Wow, I have it. I have them here. Wow. So this is what the point-to-point connection means. While I was talking about the point-to-point connection, this is what it means. See, again, this is not a point. So this is what it means. This is Azure VPN. This is on cloud. See, this is Azure VPN on cloud. This is, so if there is kind of a hybrid model, right? There is kind of hybrid model. There is some, if some kind of VPN is also required on a cloud mod, on premise, right? This is another VPN, right? And this is this tunnel we have to create right now. Forget about this. Just forget about this one. We have to create this tunnel right now. P2S VPN tunnel we have to create. We have to create this tunnel only right now. Okay. Now there is this, we will follow at this entire step. I'll share these in screenshots with you how to set up this everything. Let's quickly jump off to this point directly, where you can always let's jump off to the practical stuff first. Okay. Where is my windows? Where is, okay, here it is. So we'll go to this VPN gateway and we will click on create, right? Then we will add some fields here, right? We will add some fields here in this VPN gateway stuff. Now, subscription, this is the subscription that I'm using, right? I have to give it a name. Maybe I can give it VNet G VNet 1. I can just give it VNet 1, right? Central. Let's try to keep everything in one place, right? I'll don't have Central India here. East Asia, Pacific, Italy, North, Japan, West. Okay, okay, okay. India. Where is India? Oh, here it is. South India, right? Now we will go to this. We will select here VPN, right? Generation 2, it's fine. Region we have already decided. It's, yeah, yeah, generation 2 is fine, right? Uh, net network. This was under try, and we will click on OK. Right. So this is the one. This is the IP address range. Public IP address name. But we can just simply give this VNet IP enabled public IP. Okay, so we have to give another name. Okay. What this for, right? Okay, VNet IP. Okay, okay, okay. So it requires two IPs, right? Just give me a second. Let's give it a name too. Configure BGP. We don't want BGP, right? We will keep it disabled. Basic activity mode, enable activity mode. We will also disable this one. Okay, we will also disable this one, right? Oh, okay, okay. So why it was making, it was also, if I enable this, it will give me two IP, so that the uptime, right, that I was talking, 99.9999 till five times, five nines you can achieve if you make this two active mode. If you enable the active mode, I'll just simply click on review plus create, and I'll just simply create a new virtual machine, virtual network gateway. Now there are some couple of steps which you need to think of when we talk about virtual machine gateway, right? After you make this gateway, so I'll just click on, after you make this gateway, right, there's this couple of things that you of this. After creating a gateway, you have to generate a root certificate and you have to generate a client certificate. Now, why this certificate? Because there will be exchange of both the certificate. If the key matches, then there will be a connection. Otherwise, there will be no connection. So this is how it works, right? So if you have if you have understood the if you are in your second year or third year, if you have networking in your subject, right? How does the handshaking works, right? The three-way handshaking works in HTTPS, right? Or maybe in the IP. How does that work, right? How does that work in OSI model? How does that work? So we have these two connections. We have these two servers talking to each other. How they set up the connection? First, this one will send a sequence with sequence number, which HTTPS header, everything. This one will send some message to it with some kind of acknowledgement flag. This will give me acknowledgement flag, and it will with acknowledgement flag it will give to this. Then again with another sequence it will send it to this. Then the connection happens. So there are the multiple things that you can always learn through it. If you should know the basic concept of networking. That's why I just give you the entire day for exploring the networking part on the day 10, right? So it's a three-way handshaking that works right now. This will take time. This network gateway will take time. So that's why, because I won't be able to cover it today, this entire thing, but we'll set it up. That's if this completes, it's like a 5-minute task for us to complete this. Right now, let's talk about this. After this, what you have to do, you have to generate root certificate. Just ignore everything, copy these commands, and you are all done. So these are some particular commands, right? First, we are asking this to generate a new certificate. Then we are asking it to make a policy as well that needs to be exportable. So हर एक कमांड का मैं आपको मतलब बताता हूँ. इस वाली कमांड में हम वी आर जनरेटिंग अ न्यू सर्टिफिकेट, right? Here we are asking this guy to make this certificate exportable, right? Then we are asking here to encrypt this using this SHA-256. So this is the algorithm you will learn in third year of your college. If you are it comes in the SHA, maybe this SHA algorithm will come in your third year of your college. SHA-256, we will encrypt this, right? And then we will allow, and we will what we'll do is we will through this command, what we are doing is we are asking this to save our certificate to this particular location. To save my certificate. So this is the meaning of this all these commands. So I'll share these commands with you. So these are the particular thing that you can always follow, right? This is the first command, right? First command is all about that we have to make a new certificate. You are giving a command that you have to make a new certificate. Second, just remove this new certificate, right? Remove while you are using the command, remove this new certificate. Make the certificate exportable, right? Second command. Third command, encrypt the certificate, because if we do not encrypt our certificate, anyone on the internet would be able to, hacker would be able. It would be very easy for any hacker to get the certificate, right? It would be very tough for any hacker. It would be very easy, right? That's why using SHA algorithm we just encrypt the certificate. Then we are giving a certificate location that save my certificate here, right? Save my certificate here. That's what we are giving here. So these are the particular, maybe kind of, but what I say is the commands that I we are giving here, or that we are asking this to do right now. See, so where basically, so this again, this creates a root certificate and install it in your current user certificate store. ये certificate install करे. अब ये certificate store का है, that I will tell you. Where is the certificate store? That I'll tell you after we are done with this. After we'll be done with this, generating the client certificate. Now we have to generate the client certificate. What is this client certificate? This is for every user. This is a child item, right? You can see the child item. Now when we were talking about this, we were talking we in this command we were asking about the new admin certificate we were making here. Now we have to make here new child certificate. Okay. Then, so no, this is about the use this part to store my child certificate. Use this path to store. Then in right over here, we are giving the command to make our children certificate, right? Make child certificate here. Okay. Then we are asking make a custom signature, right? Because every certificate for every user there will be different certificate. Okay. Then we are assigning the policy that for how much time the certificate will be usable, right? कितने time तक ये certificate acceptable हो सकता है उतने time तक. So you can see, you can, I'm giving the name that for till 1 year this certificate will be easy to exportable, right? Till what time you can use this? Till what time you can use this certificate, right? So I'll now quickly just paste these commands right over here. Okay, now we are asking this. Just give me, let's go to the third one, different certificate. Okay, and then at last, till what time you will get this certificate would be accessible, right? Because एक साल तक कोई employee को 1 साल के बाद हमें regenerate certificate करवाना पड़ेगा. Then again we are using 256 algorithm to encrypt this. Encryption of certificate. Encryption of this certificate. Then at last store my certificate here. Then at the final we are giving this command to store my certificate, and you have to run all these commands in Azure PowerShell, right? So just go to your PowerShell right now. Again, this is in the process, right? It is creating. You have to open Cloud Shell and you have to make your certificate. You have to run all these commands there. You have to run all these commands there, right? Now and at the final you have to give this. That's pretty much about the certificate part. Now how, so I told you, right? And Geeks for Geeks, you how you get, how where you will find these certificate. ये certificates कहाँ पे आएंगे exactly, where you will be able to find these certificates exactly, right? You should know what the place is all about. So press Windows plus R. You will see this folder. You will see this and type here this certificate. And it will open everything for you. Now this will open everything for you. You can see this is the certificate manager. You have to, this is the certificate manager that you had opened. Windows plus R, right? Windows plus R. Then you have to use certificate merger. So I'll quickly paste it here. You have to use search for this thing, and you will be able to look at this. Now where you will be able to user personal certificates, you just go to this option. You go to the user part. Now where is the user part? There you can go to the, so this personal certificate. Here will be, you will see the certificates here. See, right now the certificates are over here, right? You'll be able to see all the certificates here. Right now I'm in the current user, right? Current user certificates, I'm in the current user. So you'll be able to see certificates right over here. So this is how pretty much you will be able to see. Then right, personal my certificates, but this is how, this is where you will be able to see. Now how to download this or export these certificates, there is some specific way. Do not, so do not export or maybe download the certificate. And maybe again, you do not have to export the private key. First of all, you do not have to export the private key because it's not required. Why we are getting a private key? Because if so suppose in order to maybe the making the connection, so इसने एक सर्टिफिकेट भेजा, इसने एक ये क्लाइंट का सर्टिफिकेट है, ये यूजर का सर्टिफिकेट है, ठीक है? ये दोनों आपस में एक पब्लिक आईपी से, एक पब्लिक की से इनक्रिप्ट करेंगे. इसने पब्लिक की से करा, इसने प्राइवेट की से करा, प्लस इसने पब्लिक की से करा, इसने प्राइवेट की से करा, और ये प्राइवेट की इसकी पब्लिक की से इनक्रिप्टेड है. So there is one client, there is one user. Public client has encrypted its certificate using public key, right? And this has encrypted its private key using its public key. थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजिंग है बट ध्यान दो, इसने लॉक करा पब्लिक की से, क्लाइंट ने, यूजर ने लॉक, यूजर का जो सर्टिफिकेट है वो होगा, वो सर्टिफिकेट के साथ साथ एक प्राइवेट की अटैच होगी और उस पूरे बंडल को पब्लिक की से, इसकी पब्लिक की से लिक्विड करा हुआ, जैसे ही वो पब्लिक की मैच करेंगी दे विल मेक अ कनेक्शन, right? This is how it works, right? You do not need to export the private key, it's not required, and you have to select the, so there will be three formats that you will be able to see there, right? You will see something like this. You will see एक्सपोर्ट पे जब क्लिक करोगे आपको आगे, आई हैवंट क्रिएटेड द स्क्रीन, मैंने उसका स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं लिया, आई एम रियली सॉरी, आई जस्ट फॉरगॉट द सर्टिफिकेट, राइट? यू हैव टू टेक अ, सो यू हैव टू डाउनलोड योर .cr फॉर्मेट में आपको सर्टिफिकेट को डाउनलोड करना है, ठीक है? आफ्टर यू आर डन विथ योर, आफ्टर यू आर डन विथ योर मे बी द डाउनलोड प्रोसेस, व्हाट यू जस्ट नीड टू डू इज, you will do, if you will open, आपके वो सर्टिफिकेट ब्राउजर में आ जाएगा, ठीक है? यू विल बी एबल टू सी द सर्टिफिकेट, वो लोकेशन आप कहीं पर भी सेव कर सकते हो, आस्क यू वेरी वांट टू सर्टिफिकेट, डेस्कटॉप में कर लो, उसको खोलो नोटपैड में, दिस इज हाउ योर सर्टिफिकेट विल लुक लाइक, this is how your certificate will look like, and this is the entire key, that this is encrypted key, right? So this is the one thing that you use, and do not ever share this certificate key to anyone. This is very confidential. This is the one thing that will save your devices, lives, everything, right? If you lose this, you are done. So now and after this you just, so आगे का, so after this, when it's like कि you just, after this network gateway is done, you have to upload your key here. As soon as you will upload the key, you will be able to set up the, after this virtual network gateway is paired, आपको एक gateway बन जाएगा. You have to upload the client key, you have to upload the user key, and your virtual network gateway will be connected. So this is how easy, not easy, but again, you do not have to remember these commands, so you can just make a set up Azure connection over there. You will get a RDP file, .rdp file, you have to download it, फिर RDP connection बनाओगे, जिस तरीके से हमने अभी तक किया था जब हम virtual machine deploy करते हैं, right? मैं इसको भी बंद नहीं करूंगा. Let this virtual network gateway run. Let this virtual network gateway run, and we will do it. I'll show it to you tomorrow how this works, right? So till then, follow these steps. I have shared all these steps with you all, right? And again, this is the very nice written blog. If you have any doubt, any query, just check out this blog. It's the best resource you can ever get. I have explored this. This guy has nailed it, right, in writing this blog. So go through this blog. This is on tech.com, techcommunity.microsoft.com, and you are all sorted. Just go to this blog if you face any kind of issues, right? Because this net, मैं आपको पूरा बना के दिखा था, बस ये थोड़ा सा टाइम लेता है. It will take 30-45 minutes, right, to make the network gateway. Till then we'll chill, and then we'll come, then I'll do this, I'll show it to you, right? If not, then I'll record a video. If this happens early, अगर ये जल्दी रहता है, I'll record a video and share it with you. So this is pretty much about today, where we have discussed about the virtual network gate, the VPN connectivity, where we talk about point to site. The fundamental goal is always one. There is only one fundamental goal, that हमें, मैं एक admin हूँ, and if I got some users, I have to give that guy some connections. मुझे उस guy को access देना होगा, right? I have to give different users. So all these laptops should be connected, right, to one particular server. कैसे रिमोट डेस्कटॉप कनेक्शन सेटअप कैसे कर पाएंगे वो, राइट? उस वर्चुअल मशीन में कैसे वो सेट काम कर पाएंगे, कैसे कोड डिप्लॉय कर पाएंगे. दिस इज हाउ दिस प्रोसेस, एंटायर प्रोसेस वर्क्स. It is pretty much simple for a networking guy, a little bit quirky term when we talk about for us as a, so this entire thing that we have done, this is the work of a system administrator. A system administrator do all this work, the certificate connection, whatever, and everything, right? So yeah, that's it for today, and we will explore it. I'll quickly write a blog. I'll try to share it by 1 p.m. 1 a.m. today. Tomorrow again I'll be traveling, so I'll try to share it by 1 p.m. today, and then 1 a.m. today night I'll try to share this blog with you all. So that's it, folks. That's it for today. That's Thank you, Nave. Thank you everyone who have been, everyone, right? Tejas, Akshay, everyone. So that's it for today. See you next time. Tomorrow we will cover the side to side, कि हम दो ऑन प्रेमाइज सर्वर को एजोर से कैसे कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. आज हमने सीखा कि हम एजोर से किसी एक अपने यूजर को कैसे हम कनेक्शन प्रोवाइड करा सकते हैं. Tomorrow we will learn, I'll use the same gateway, right? Tomorrow we will learn how we can make on-premise to virtual connection. हम on-premise से Azure पे कैसे connection setup कर सकते हैं. We'll do that practical stuff, right? So that's it for today, right? That's it. Thank you everyone for joining in. See you next time. Have a great, have a great evening till the next time. Quiz will be at 9 p.m. today. 9 p.m. quiz. See you all there. 9 p.m. quiz. We'll start quiz at 9 p.m. today. Topic is Azure Kubernetes. Azure Kubernetes is the topic, right? Then we'll start. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining in. The quiz will happen at 9 p.m. today. So thank you in the Discord server, https bit.ly adc discord. So see you there in the quiz. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.